Okay, we got Nolan
But
Wells,
5 Plus
black
News,
friends
I'm
break
Unalived.
silence on his
As
suspicious
reported on
death.
Monday, social
Warned
media
him.
is currently reacting to a now mysterious death of Mississippi teen
I
Nolan
ain't gonna
Wells.
lie, if you black and you got a black friend who like hanging around a bunch of white people and, you know, he likes going along with them, stop letting that person go. You know, it's dangerous.
That he would go missing on a
It's a
remote
pattern
island
at this
on July
point. It's not a
4th, in
coincidence
which his
that black
body
people
would be
go
found 2
places
days
with white
later
people and
on
end
the
up
island
missing.
shore.
It's a
At
pattern
the
at
center
this
of the
point.
conversation,
Stop
many have
going
expressed that
places
race looks to
along
play
with
a
white
part
people where
in the
nobody else
teen's
is
death,
there.
given that it
Stop
appears
doing
that
that.
Wells
It's
was
dangerous,
the only
especially
black
Southern
friend
white people.
amongst a group of white friends
They have a
whom he
history
traveled to the island by
of
boat with.
brutal violence
Black
against
people.
black people.
Stop
History,
going on
a history that cannot be
vacation with
ignored.
these white folks. Your white friends call you, say, hey, bud, what's up?
No.
Hey, you ain't going on vacation?
No.
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 Hell no.
No.
Because y'all keep going on them vacations, and they keep coming back home, and we can't find you.
We keep popping up dead.
People know right now.
When white people ask, do you want to party? You gotta tell them no.
Not all of them, but some of them you got to tell them no.
Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Why I'm going out there in the ocean.
Like 2 and 10, you gotta tell them no.
According to reports, the group of friends,
Maybe
along with
3 out of
Nolan,
10.
would travel to Horn Island, which is the island that
Wait,
sits
wait,
about
no.
10 miles.
No. Maybe, no. I meant like 2 to 3 out of 10 you can go with, but those 7 to 8 don't go with.
Miles from mainland
You might end up
Mississippi
dead.
to celebrate the 4th of July. Now, while there, the teens, along with others, would enjoy the beach's shore and water. At some point during their time there, an altercation has now been said to have taken place just before Wells would go missing around 4 p.m. Now, what has raised many people's concerns are why did Nolan's friends leave without him, and what are the details?
Dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, these two might be Hispanic. Nah, he's white. He might be Hispanic, but dude, come on, bro. Come on, dude.
Of the altercation.
You're literally a
One user
Oreo
on
in this
Facebook
picture.
who
They got
shared
you in
that
the
she
middle
was
on
actually
purpose.
docked next to the boat Nolan was on, would go.
It's crazy because when you see this picture and then you say one of the kids ended up missing and is now dead, you already know which one it was. You don't even got to know the name or the context or nothing. You see 3 white kids and you see 1 black kid. You know the black kid is the one who went missing and is the one who's dead every time. You
want to
already
know that the altercation took
because
place
it's not a
amongst the
coincidence.
friends.
This shit is a pattern.
And at some point, even on the boat
He
they were on.
looks evil.
Now, as mentioned, for
He
many,
looks
race
evil.
can't be overlooked,
It's them
as some would
glasses.
express their lack of trust when it comes with being the only black person in certain settings, and they feel that Wells' disappearance is another example.
Yeah.
Now, as people continue to question Nolan's white friends, whom he went to the island with, his black friends and best friend are now responding, explaining why they weren't with him at the time. On Monday, his best friend Javon Williams would join several of their peers at the boat dock where officials looked to have brought back Wells' body. There, Williams would speak to local outlet Sun Herald to give his reaction to the breaking news. According to Williams, he was supposed to be on the same boat with Wells, but it had got filled up and he rode on a different boat. Williams would go on to confirm that he did see Nolan
These they just all look evil, bro.
on the island. As soon as we got out there, he told me that he loved me. Williams would also go on to say that he last saw Wells close to 4 p.m. And according to him, along with others, reports seeing Nolan with a girl while amongst their friends. Williams
He probably tried to, you know what I'm saying, put the meat in that white girl and they got mad and killed him. That's
would also go
That's how
on
a
to
lot of
share that
situations
he would
started
end
with
up
white
leaving
men
his
killing
phone
black men, is
with
them
Wells'
being
phone
jealous
on the
over
same
their
boat
women,
in question,
seeing us with their
but
women,
would later
or
retrieve his
seeing their
phone
women,
before going
be
home.
thirsty over us.
Now, outside of Williams' response, another friend by the name
the
of
source
Trace
of a lot of
Carter
white
would
supremacy.
apparently give Nolan a warning to be safe before going to the island. According to Sun Herald, Carter would tell Wells, "Just hit me up when you get back. Just be careful, bro. Watch out for yourself." And in response, Wells will respond with, "I got you. I'll hit you up later." Now, according to that same report, it was also noted that Wells knew how to swim and had took lessons at a YMCA in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, where he lived, raising more concerns for some that foul play may be involved in his death. Back over on social media, Javon would continue reacting to the suspicious death of his friend. Over on TikTok, he would post a tribute to Nolan that read, "For all the times you accepted my calls, text me, checked up on me, hung out with me, laughed with me, I love you, brother." followed by a response to one user who would comment, "Devastating," in which Devon would say he didn't deserve this shit. Williams would continue his grieving on his Instagram stories with a compilation video of Heat and Wells.
And they was bros, man, real bro, man.
Now, when it comes to the friends Wells would travel to the island with,
I feel like they should have been having them talks though. Like, yeah, we cool with them, but let's not be going alone places with them. But these people have
been identified by social media users. However,
when it's you, a lot of people think that certain stuff can't happen to them, but a lot of people gotta stop thinking like that. This dude probably thought that, you know, his white friends were cool and that would never happen to him, them turning on him and killing him or doing something crazy to him, but that happens because that's what they do.
It appears that they have decided to remain quiet on their social pages, which each of them having their Instagram pages on private. Now, upon looking over Wells' Instagram page, this was not the first time he would jump on a boat with friends, as he posted previous adventures of himself on a boat with a similar group of people.
And I'm sorry, but the whole, well, I thought he got on another boat, I didn't realize he was missing. Yeah, that's not sitting right with me, because what do you mean you let your friend just get on a random ass fucking boat?
That's what I'm saying.
And everybody's in the comments like,
if me and my bros go somewhere, if we all get on a boat together, we all going back on that boat together. We're not leaving somebody behind, coming back like nothing happened. Like,
we boat hop. This is normal. Nobody thought to go with them. And if it was 4th of July weekend and people were drinking and you saw that your friend was drinking, may or may not have been drinking, why would you allow him to get on a boat if you weren't with them? And don't get me wrong, I've been on a boat. I know cell service is shit. Most people leave their phone on dry land because, you know, shit be flipping over. But if he was getting on another boat and you knew that there was no other way to contact him, again, why would you not get on the same boat?
Because he's not his daddy. That's why, bro. They're homies. Like they both grown, not grown. Well, they're grown adults technically, but they're both men, bro. They can do whatever they want. If my homie want to get on his boat, knowing it's not safe or knowing it could be not safe, I'll let him. Because that's what he want to do. I'm not gonna force him to be like, "Hey, bro, no, you staying here." No.
Different, and all the boats were just docked in one little area, and you guys were just swimming, and you know, you saw in and out. But again, this just is not sitting right. And then y'all didn't realize he was missing until it was time for you guys to go home. Like, y'all didn't sit here and think, oh well, shit, where is he? Where could he have been? Why is he not back yet? We're taking shots and he's not here to take shots with them. Where's my boy at? Like, y'all don't sit here and ask these kind of questions. Like, there's a rule. If you came with me, you're leaving with me.
They already knew the answer. That's why.
I'm taking you
home. They didn't have to ask those questions. You guys don't live by that shit?
Nobody knows what happened to Nolan. Nobody remembers what happened. He went into the woods with a girl and we don't know what happened. So why did y'all leave him? Because I need it to be known that the one fact that we got for sure is they didn't report that baby missing until they got back home. They didn't call when they were getting ready to pack up the boat and come back home and realize, hey, we can't find Nolan. We've been looking for him for an hour. Come help us find him. They didn't report it until they got back home.
So the same thing that happened to Nolan Wells almost happened to me. I think I was like 22 years old working at Texas Roadhouse. You know what I mean? Young, silly. Forgot a couple of the things that my granddaddy told me when I was growing up. I thought these people were my friends. Another lesson my grandparents taught me when I was younger is that you don't have any friends.
Yeah, you don't.
You know what I mean? You really
Us
do
Black
not,
Americans,
right?
we don't have any friends or any allies. Our only friends or allies that you could say are actually friends and allies are other black people from the diaspora, you know, Caribbeans especially. Black Americans and Caribbeans should be like this just because, bro, we the same people, literally. Same boats, just different stops. You know what I'm saying?
My siblings were always my friends, and I learned that. At any rate, I signed up to go on this, you know, little trip with these people. They let us know, okay, so we're gonna get up on the bank right here, and then we're gonna go see the waterfall. So I'm like, oh, okay, so but what we gonna do at the waterfall? You know what I mean? Because I'm vibing, but at the same time, I'm not stupid. And they was like, you know, we're just gonna look at the, you know, sit there, light a fire, you know what I mean, smoke some more, drink some more. And I'm like, oh, okay. So we get to the little spot where we pull up the canoes, we anchor them off and whatnot, and then they tell us, okay, so this little piece of water right here, we got to swim across that to get to the waterfall. So I get halfway through the water and I realize that, and I'm losing my strength slowly but surely. And at this point in time, I am calling out for help. No music is playing at this time. You know what I mean? None. Yeah, everybody was rambunctious, you know, excited, whatever, but you could clearly hear me out there in the woods. It's still daylight. So I am screaming that I can't make it. Somebody please help me. They turn around, several of them look at me, say, you can do it, come on, let's go. And they continue.
Bro, these people have no sense of urgency, bro. We as black people, we know when somebody's playing and when somebody's serious. And if somebody's serious and needs our help, we gonna go out there and help no matter what. We don't play like this. We don't play with each other's lives like this. That's not something we do. It's definitely a cultural difference right there.
I have already said my prayers and have already decided that I'm going to meet my maker. I scream one more time, I am going to drown, and I went down. I don't know who, can't remember who was and what made them decide to change their mind and come back, but one person jumped in that water, grabbed me, pulled me up onto the bank, and mind you, they didn't do anything else after that and continued on their way. As young black children, the same lesson that I'm sure you're telling all your children now: do not be the only one. And it really doesn't matter how people feel about that, because
history backs, I don't care what nobody feel about it. History backs it up, nigga. Like, don't be the only black person in the room. Some people gonna be like, it's racist, it's racist. No, black people can't be racist. And it's not racism, it's actually true. There's history to back this shit up. We're not making this stuff up like how white people make up stuff about black people. We're not making this up. When we get around y'all and we're the only one and it's a bunch of y'all, we end up dead. It's a pattern at this point.
Preservation of life. So for some reason,
stop trying to gaslight
saw
us,
fit
colonizers,
to not allow me to lose my life that day. And for some reason, God called Nolan home.
I don't believe in
so
God.
So I will say that despite what anybody feels about how you feel about the situation, please have that conversation with your children. And that's all I'm going to say.
When I have kids, if I have kids, the first lesson I'm going to be teaching them is about white supremacy. That's the first thing they're going to know once they get there. To
according to Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter, who would speak when Wells' body was found, the case will be handled like any other cases, with a thorough investigation.
Number one, give the family space and time. They are still processing this tragic event.
These Mississippi sheriffs have a history of being Klansmen or being buddies with the Klan, and you know what I'm saying, not serving justice to black people when they're victims of white people, because they want to preserve that white innocence, especially if it's a young white dude. That young white innocence, they want to maintain that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this dude ain't doing nothing about it, or is gonna go out of his way to try to cover it up, because you know, dude's mom is a judge. One of the dude's moms is a judge. That's what I heard online. I don't know which one, but one of them is.
The Jackson County Sheriff's Office, we're looking at this whole case just like we would any other case. And we're going to be as thorough as we can.
Now, as far as Nolan's family,
hold on. He just lied.
And we're going to be.
He's lying. He's lying. You see that? You see that twitch right there? They say when you lie, you start moving rapidly, especially on the left side of your body, your left hand or your left foot. In this case, it's his left eye.
Now, as far as Nolan's family, they have set up a GoFundMe for all those wanting to show support at the Wells' sudden passing. An autopsy has been scheduled to be performed today to help provide more answers. Early. Let's talk about them in the comments below. Now that we've heard from
R.I.P. Nolan Wells, to all my black people out there, don't be going nowhere alone with white people. It's dangerous.